All right, hello everyone. It is Wednesday, and it is July the 4th, and we are going to do our 31st show that we have done during this grass court tennis season of both men's and women's tennis coverage for WTA and ATP, and now into current Wimbledon news. So, as always, we're going to discuss the latest Wimbledon news, the results, some highlights, some notable wins, some notable losses, and how Carla and I's competition is going as we do a fantasy team. So, she had a good day today. I had a good day yesterday, so I think we're almost even again. I think she may have taken the edge. Again, I've won 4 of these battles straight over her. For Wimbledon, and I'm going for 5 in a row, but she may hold a little edge on me after today. Alright, so we're going to get right into tennis. By the way, we played some singles and doubles today,
yes.
So I'm going to do a personal rundown of the singles match, which was between Carla and I this morning. I must applaud her game today. She served well, she returned well. She had good shot selections, and I inevitably lost 6-4. No excuses for that when you played well.
Thank you. I didn't think I did, but okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
She played well, no excuses here. I think it was my first service game I dropped, and after that I couldn't break her. So she took the break and ran with it, so I lost 6-4 today. So well done, no excuses on that one. Shoulda, coulda, woulda had that first service game back. If I would have had that game back, I would have won probably 7-6 pretty easily. But because of that first service game...
That's not true.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you take him to a tiebreaker, I pretty much put that match in my pocket. It's always been that way. Anytime we get to the tiebreaker, I know I got him.
This is untrue.
Very true. I wouldn't lie on all my kids.
You wouldn't lie on all 5 kids.
You know this, and you even say the same thing. Anytime we get to a tiebreaker, you're like, uh-oh, it's like a switch. You're like, uh-oh, I'm going to crash on this. And you do.
All right, look, truth be said...
Tiebreakers are terrible for you.
Truth be said is that she's female, and sometimes if we get 6-6, I know that... Or 6-6, I know her body might be getting weak. And she might be hurting, so therefore...
I'm not your typical female, let's be real.
So therefore, I kind of give her the tiebreaker.
No, that's not true. And you know it.
She plays good in tiebreakers. If it goes to a tiebreaker, generally she wins. Again, I dropped the first service.
Like 95% of the time. 90% of the time.
Told you about these Spanish women. Always talking. But
I don't talk. I walk.
Yeah, she walks. I'll give you that. All right, so it is July the 4th, and I'm only touching on this for a second because I think I should, or we should. It is obviously a holiday today for the viewers in the United States and us, but we do this show as a tennis show, and for me, and as I was raised this way, that tennis is a global language. I can walk into an airport and someone can come up to me, and this has happened before, and they can say, oh, I know you play tennis. I may not even have on tennis clothes or carrying a tennis bag. I might just be walking. Hey, you look like a tennis player. How did you know? I can just tell, and vice versa. So I think tennis is a global language, so I don't want to dwell too much on the Independence Day for a specific country, because for me, tennis is global. So I would like to just throw out there that for now on, if we do this next July 4th, I want to have July 4th as Happy Global Tennis Day. Number 1, that's option A. Option B, Free from Racism Day. Okay, Free from Racism Day. Option C, Everyone Play Tennis Day.
I like that one.
It's a good one.
That's a good one.
All right, and what was my 4th one? Oh, Freed from Diseases Day, or did I just say that?
No, I don't think you did.
Okay, so next year, Happy Global Tennis Day, Free from Diseases Day, Free from Racism Day, and or option D, Everyone Play Tennis Day. So that's the goal for next year. A, B, C, or D, or all of the above, I think will be the proper answer. Anyway, so happy Global Tennis Day, happy Free from Racism Day, happy End of Disease Day, and happy Everyone Play Tennis Day. Hopefully we can do that next year.
I hope so.
Right?
There's so much, so much things going on around the world. Sadness, people dying. you know, it's just so much bad stuff going around. Why not make it a good day?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice when I can see people playing. I see pictures sometimes where people are playing tennis with no shoes on dirt courts and hitting the ball well.
It's awesome.
So I think it's a beautiful thing to see no matter where you are. I think it's a beautiful thing to see people playing. The resources are shrinking. The world is becoming overcrowded, but we can all, I think, benefit from having choice A, B, C, or D for next year.
Yeah, I agree with you. Instead of worrying about fireworks and drinking and partying and, you know, people getting drunk, let's celebrate those days.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. All right, so one thing, first and foremost, it's a joy to do these shows. It's absolutely incredibly fun for me and for her. Right.
It is. It's fun.
It's fun.
I mean, I watch the videos and I laugh sometimes at some of the stuff that we say. I mean, I'm like, I can't believe we actually said that.
Yeah, we were laughing about some of the note cards from yesterday, last night. We don't really watch the videos. We just do them and carry on with the 5 kids, right? So we actually watched one of them, and it was kind of funny from yesterday. Anyway, all right, so first and foremost, the number one thing I want to comment on here is we had a viewer comment from yesterday. The viewer's name is F-E. I'm guessing that's Faye space Kona, K-O-N-A, Faye Kona. We had mentioned that Carreno Busta, the Spanish tennis player, had a one-handed backhand. He actually has a two-handed backhand. So little things like that to someone that doesn't play the game or doesn't study the game or hasn't lived the game may be insignificant. However, for a really hardcore tennis enthusiast, that's a big deal.
My apologies for that. I must have been thinking of Nicholas Almagro, who has a one-handed backhand.
It's possible.
I'm really sorry about that. I don't know why I thought he had a one-handed backhand. But he has a great style on grass, so I thought.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I hit a one-handed backhand. She hits a two, and we always get in debates about this. Well, I think she actually agrees the one-hander's more efficient.
I play with both, actually.
So, but if someone was talking about my game, per se, and they said I hit a two-handed backhand over a one-hander, I would be wanting to correct that. So thank you, Fakona.
Thank you. My apologies again.
Appreciate that. It's about you guys, the viewers, and you handled that. So thank you for the research. That means you watched the show.
You paid attention.
So you watched it. We thank you, Fakona. Big shout out to you. Thanks again, and we appreciate that. So correction, Carreno Busta has a two-handed backhand, not a one. All right. So we're gonna start with the women's notable wins, scores, losses. We have been trying to start with the women's first because the women always get second coverage. Fireworks out here. Our fireworks are right here.
Even though they're illegal.
Yeah, there's not supposed to be fireworks here. There's probably some alcohol involved with that.
Yes.
All right, no big deal. Happy 4th again, but happy Global Tennis Day, more importantly. So we're going to start with the women's scores from today's second round. Some of the matches were delayed because of rain, which is part of Wimbledon.
Yes, it definitely is. I mean, it's part of any tournament. I mean, Mother Nature happens at any time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you watch Wimbledon, I think you can go ahead and assume, and it's never great to assume, but at Wimbledon you can pretty much count your chickens that there is going to be some rain.
Definitely. I mean, I remember one Wimbledon where it rained for days, and the tournament kept getting pushed back further and further. So it's normal here, at Wimbledon.
Hey, the grass might like it, right?
Sure.
Now, center court has a roof, so a match or two may complete. But hey, it's not a bad deal to have rain at Wimbledon. That's part of the tradition.
Definitely.
All right, so the first match, we had Mladenovic, who is TM's girlfriend, by the way. We've been talking tennis girlfriends here recently. Took out the German T. Maria, kind of cruised through her. Hey, go TM's girlfriend.
I watched that match, and Mladenovic, she was too much for T. Maria. I mean, totally different level of tennis. Good for her.
Yeah, T. Maria we talked about for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I actually got to watch her, and she wasn't close to Mladenovic's caliber. Not close enough. I mean, she couldn't do anything. There was nothing she could do today.
I was doing the grocery store errands, the dollar store errands, and that was about it. So we're putting her on the women's credential side in terms of the research. So she's gonna. Usually I do the talking. You're your talking on this one.
Okay.
And I'm glad because she sees things sometimes that I don't quite understand in the women's game because I'm more obviously male. So sometimes I see things and I'm like, how did she not? And it's just different. So anyway, I'm glad we worked it out that way. So Serena Williams, the 25 seed, we all know Serena goes to Serena. Took out Tomova today.
She actually looked very good. She was a lot more comfortable at the grass courts. She was solid in the first set. She cruised, had a little hiccup on the second set. But Serena's starting to show some, I actually thought, wow, she actually has a chance of winning Wimbledon. Her footwork was great. She was moving around great. She was hitting winners. So I'm happy to see her back up there. And I watched her interview with her coach, and she recognizes that she's going to need time to get back into it. But, she's taking it step by step, match by match. Good for her.
Yeah, I agree here. I did see multiple highlights when errands were completed, and Serena looked confident. I saw her post-match interview. She seemed Serena-esque, if that's... you know what I mean?
And I'm happy for her. The women's tennis needs her. They need her.
Yeah, she seemed really cool, calm, collected. And furthermore, what I like about Serena's coach is I feel like when I watch the two of them, Serena's coach, I think Paul, whatever, when I watch Serena and Paul, right? Maybe it's not his first name.
I can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah, so Serena's coach.
He's French. He starts with an M. I can't remember.
Yeah,
his last name.
when I hear those two communicate, it seems like they are on the same vibe.
Yeah, she listens to him, but at the same time, he
listens to her.
Like,
yeah.
She's boss there. She's boss, actually.
Yeah, I feel like he gets her and she gets him, and from a coaching perspective, and I really would hate to play Serena here. I just would. I have Serena as my finalist here. Not winning, I have Mugaruza beating her. We'll get into that in a little while. But Serena seems to be in a happy place, kind of like in that movie. What was the happy place with Adam Sandler? Was it Happy No, was it Happy Gilmore?
Oh, with who? Adam Sandler?
Find your happy place. Find your happy place, and he can make the putt or something. So I think it was like not Billy Madden, Happy Gilmore with a happy
Gilmore,
place.
Yes.
It seems like Serena's in her happy place. So let's see. Go Serena.
Good for her.
Julia Georgis, the 13 seed, 1-3. I'm not going to waste too much time on that. For your own benefit.
I didn't watch that match. I didn't see highlights of the match. They didn't have it on we have DirecTV. They didn't have that match.
So good for Georgis, but second week, it's a possibility. But quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, doubt it. Right?
I don't think so.
All right, so we had Mugaruza that took out Wozniacki, one of my fantasy team picks, in 3 sets today. Ouch, that one hurt me, but I didn't lose a finalist as she lost her finalist and winner Kvitova, so I'm not sweating it that bad, but Wozniacki, ouch.
You know what? Mugaruza had her 5-1 third set. She has several match points. Plenty of time. She choked. She actually choked. You could see that she wanted to cry, but she put herself together and finally won at 7-5. Good for Mugaruza. You could see the relief in her face. Wozniacki actually threw everything at her, but Mugaruza was able to finish this match. I was so happy for her. It's good to see a player like Mugaruza who's worked so hard in the women's tennis league, and she deserved this match.
I really want to see Wozniacki finally develop this tear-you-up weapon.
She didn't have a tear-you weapon. She was more like every shot that Mugaruza hit, she was on the defense. She just hit it back. She was hoping that Mugaruza would miss the shot, which happened at 5-1, and they got back to 5-all. So it didn't work. When Wozniacki served at 5-all, and she lost her serve. She got broken. 6-5. That was it.
Really a tough day for Wozniacki. Good luck, Wozniacki, going to the hardcourt season. I know we'll see you there, but you've got to develop a weapon, or unfortunately...
But she's won her slams,
yeah,
so I don't think she's worried too much about this.
Just one, though. Go for like 5.
Yeah, I don't see that.
All right, moving forward, we had Camila Giorgi that took out Brangle, which is an American player. Good for both players to be there in the second round. I don't have Camilla, or however you pronounce her first name, Giorgi. And I wouldn't have had Brangle going much further.
Neither did I. They didn't show coverage of the match. I just saw the scores. Good for Georgie. She's been on the tour for a while. A lot of drama in her life, and her father I mean, we'll see what happens at the next round. I'm not sure who she plays at.
Oh, we both had pretty tough tennis fathers, right?
Yeah, her father's done some pretty bad stuff. I don't even want to say.
No, our fathers were
I'm talking
good.
about owing people money, etc.
Oh, well, yeah, no. I thought you were saying, hey, I think having...
No, tennis fathers are very common. I mean, those that say, oh, this tennis father's bad. I mean, let's be real. To be a top athlete, those fathers had to be pretty tough. I'm sure Serena and Venus Williams' dad was not easy on them. Let's be real.
Yeah.
To be a champion, you need to be a tough guy.
Oh, yeah. I definitely appreciate my tennis upbringing. Always shout out to Pops on that one. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't play.
You can't sugarcoat it. You have to be tough.
You have to be tough there. We're tough on our kids on the court. I think much love to any tennis dad out there that teaches their kids, because it's a tough grind.
Yes, it is.
And to instill a sport in anybody that you can play for your entire life into your kids and your grandkids, which are happening here in our 5 children family and an extended family. Both grandfathers play. Her brother plays. My sister plays. So a lot of players, and for that to come generally from one person, your father, mine, is really a pretty cool thing.
Definitely.
All right, moving forward. So not much time on this match, but number 20 seed Bertens wins today. Good for her.
Who did she beat? Do you know?
I didn't even write it. I don't have. I think it's Kiki Bertens. Am I right? Or maybe I have that wrong. But
like I said, you know, DirecTV, they do show coverage of matches, but of course they choose the players that are a bit more seeded, a bit more popular. So I didn't get to see this match at all.
Well, good for you, Bertens. We'll see you in the 3rd round. I think that's like a $120,000 payday, or maybe
you know
$80,000.
Tennis is expensive.
Yeah, good
traveling
for you.
coaches, fitness coaches, psychologists. I mean, it's an expensive sport. So good for her.
Good for you. All right, so Safarova, her fantasy team pick, which leveled her out with me, and
so happy.
Kind of put her in the driver's seat.
I knew it too.
Less her finalist loss in Kvitova and winner loss with Kvitova, but Safarova took out Radzwanska, seasoned veteran, took her out.
I knew it.
I was wrong. I thought Radzwanska would beat her 2-2. I said that yesterday. I was totally wrong. She lost.
Yeah, I told you it was going to be tough to beat Safarova. She's a lefty, and she can actually whack the ball, and obviously she knows how to play at the net. Radzwanska is too much of a pusher, in my opinion.
Anybody heard how Safarova and Maddox Sands are doing in doubles? I have not heard.
I'm going to check tomorrow. I should check.
I think doubles usually starts like midday, 2nd day of the 1st round, so maybe we should look at doubles too.
And she has that pink hair. So.
Pink hair. How's that going to work? All right, so Venus Williams today, I have her. She does not. So Venus, I need you, Venus. You got, what, 5 Wimbledons? I think she's won 5 Wimbledons.
Won 5.
She started off shaky today, lost the 1st set, but then, boom, cruise 6-0, 6-1. So good job, Venus. I need you here. You are on my team. I need you, so keep winning. Let's go.
You know, Venus, in the 1st set, she looked a little vulnerable. I watched that 1st set. But as a champion always does, they always come back. I mean, she blew her off the court, 6-1, 6-love.
Let's go, Venus!
Ouch.
Let's go!
Good for her.
I need you. You can win the whole tournament, and I'll be set. Go, Venus.
And I actually like her outfit. Usually I don't.
Even if Serena won it.
This is a nice outfit.
Even if Serena wins this tournament, and I think one of the two will at this point, or I have Mugaruza winning it. But from what I've seen, I would see, because Mugaruza had a tough time with Brody, the English girl that had the broken backhand and the broken volleys. Great player, but she needs some work there. You can check out the other video for that dissertation. But if I have Venus or Serena win it because I have both players and her finalist lost, then that'll put me on top. So let's go, Venus. Let's go, Serena. Come on. I want my 5th straight Wimbledon.
Well, she won 5, so it would be her 6th. Oh, you mean you winning?
Me.
Okay. That's not going to happen, but okay.
All right, moving forward, Pliskova, the 7th seed, and I like Carolina Pliskova a lot. I've put a lot of faith in her for a lot of years. She took out Azarenka today. No surprise to me. I told you this would happen, and Azarenka's still a little thin for me.
I watched that match, and the score might have been 6-3, 6-3, but Azarenka had so many opportunities. Pliskova actually looked very vulnerable, made a lot of dumb mistakes, and obviously Azarenka still needs a lot more matches in her belt. She is beatable. Whoever plays her in the next round, if she plays a top seed, Pliskova will go down. I don't see Pliskova making a quarter, semi, or final. Sorry, not from what I saw. Azarenka had many chances today.
If everything went perfectly for Pliskova, Pliskova could win this entire tournament.
You obviously did not watch this match. No. No, she looked unsure when she played today. She was not a confident player. She just got a player that hasn't had many matches on her. Sorry. Pliskova looked very beatable. Kerber could wipe her. Serena could wipe her right now after having a baby. Even Wozniacki, the way she played Mugaruza today.
What?
I'm serious.
No way.
She does not look like the player she used to be last year.
Okay. Pliskova can win this tournament.
Now, with a big girl like that, if I was 6 foot, I would be serving a lot harder than her.
That's all right.
And I would be putting shots away and not making mistakes like she did. And she just doesn't look confident. Even her body, the way she walks, always with her shoulders down. I mean, if you watch players that are confident like Serena, they walk, you know, they're confident. They're looking at you like, I'm going to kill you. Not this girl. Sorry.
I like Pliskova either way. Good comments. Again, she can see it on that whole type of women's vibe from Venus and Mars type deal better than I. I think Pliskova looks okay to make it far in this tournament. Again, I have Mugaruza Serena final, and I have Mugaruza winning it, but Pliskova could be there in my opinion.
And don't get me wrong, I like Pliskova, but I didn't see that. I didn't see that in this match. And Azarenka, if she would have been the old vintage Azarenka, she would have won today.
All right, so moving forward, we have Wawrinka's girlfriend, Vekic, that won today. Unseeded Vekic, we talked about her for 2 weeks leading up to this tournament. And again, we had Mladenovic, TM's girlfriend, and we had Vekic, Wawrinka's girlfriend. Sometimes I want to wonder what's going on with Fabio Fognini's girlfriend, Panetta. Maybe
she's a mama, so
maybe Panetta should come back since these tennis players' girlfriends are winning more than they are. Let's get Panetta to come back.
Oh, no, I don't think Panetta will come back.
Anyway, I'm just joking there. Vekic won today in straight sets. Good for you. Hopefully Wawrinka will do equally as well. And this match that is suspended, that's a really awesome suspension match. And we'll talk about that in the men's bracket, which will be the next show. So stay tuned for the men's show because we have to talk about Wawrinka too. Rodina, I mentioned this. I haven't seen her play. I've seen the name numerous times, but Rodina defeated veteran Cersei today. I'm not going to waste too much time on that.
I didn't see the match again. I didn't see it.
Madison Keys, the number 10 seed, defeated the young lady from Thailand, Kun, Kunkhun. I have to pause on this one and forget about this show and everything else because... And even the match. I'm glad Keys won. I'm glad this girl Kunkhun showed up. But there are 12 young men and a soccer coach, or maybe 11 and one coach that are in a cave in Thailand. And that's really an intense situation. I hope that Kunkhun is able to, in some way, support the entourage of people that are trying to help these young men. It's really a perilous situation. I know there's a lot of mothers and fathers over there in Thailand that are desperately thinking about their children and their young men, and I really hope that these boys make it out. Great job for Keys winning. I think she called that either way. I wish Kunkhun well and for her country, men and women, and hope these boys make it out.
Pretty sad situation there, Justin. I mean, I've been reading a lot of articles on it. I even saw the video of the boys. I mean, you hope for the best. You know, I mean, I don't know what else to say. As a mother, I would be scared for them, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make, if you watch it to this point, this show to this point, I think at the beginning I mentioned, hey, it's nice it's Independence Day here in the U.S. However, we do this as Tennis a Global Language Day. I had 4 options: Free of Disease Day, Free of Racism Day. I just thought about another one: Free of Cigarette Smoking Day. Everyone Play Tennis Day. But I'm going to put a 5th choice or a 5th option for next year's 4th of July. Let's hope that these boys and coach get out of this cave day and everyone that's helping them and their mothers and fathers get their sons back.
Definitely.
Really, really tough thing. I mean, this stuff's fun, I get that. But that type of thing, I have 5 children. She's a mother of 5. I don't know what I would do if my sons or daughters were trapped in a cave. I don't know what I would do. But I really support everyone. Positive energy, love, happiness, and hope. And I hope that they'll be okay.
Same here.
All right, it's kind of like net court, the ball rolling over and you win the match on it. We're good?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Much love there. Seriously. Best luck to everyone helping. Truly a deep thing. Beyond words for me. Anyway, Moving forward, that was kind of a mind joke there. Wickemeyer defeated Pekovic today. Pekovic and Wickemeyer wasn't really a notable match for me. However, it is for this show. Man, that voice thing got me all off track. Pekovic lost today to Wickemeyer, and Pekovic was on one of my son's fantasy teams. Because Pekovic was, I think, his 4th or 5th loss, and he had lost his finalist for the women's side, and I think he even lost one for his men's side, or both finalists. Jonathan is out. Chris had the same type of luck with one of my other sons. Our youngest son is too young to play. Our 2-year-old and the 2 daughters don't play. They're 9 and 5. But both of my sons are now out of contention.
Well, you never know.
Well,
you
something could happen, but they lost both women's finals.
But you never know. I mean, in that bracket, we get to choose players after round 16, so you never know.
Yeah. Never know. Okay, there's a shot, but I think both of our sons, our oldest 2 sons, are out of contention. Anyway, notable matches tomorrow. Really, they could all be notable at this point because we're going into the 3rd round.
Yeah, now it starts getting tougher for everybody.
And I'm going to check the camera again. We don't have anybody that helps us. I just have to keep walking around, and hopefully the wind that's pretty steady doesn't blow the camera into pause mode. So I'm just checking it to see if I have time. Yeah, I have to. I'm sorry. I don't want to waste too much time. All right. So, notable matches tomorrow. And there's a lot of them, so I'm going to burn through them, okay? Strykova, I have her on my fantasy team. She was supposed to play today. Rain, she should win this. I need you to win, Strykova.
Not that I don't like Strykova. I just want to win this bracket.
So, Strykova, I need you to win. Obviously, she wants you to lose so she can beat me.
Well, good luck to you.
Good luck. Kerber faces, and that's Angelique Kerber, the 11 seed that plays U.S. player Liu. L-I-U, go USA player. I think Kerber will cruise, though.
I think so, too. I have her in my bracket. I think she'll cruise. Good for the American.
You have Kerber?
I have Kerber.
Oh,
I'm actually going to watch that match.
Oh.
I would like to see this player lose.
Oh, I didn't know you had Kerber.
I do.
You have Kerber?
Yes.
Oh, she was like the Lazicki that we've been talking about. You have Kerber?
Yes, I do.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
No way.
I'm positive.
Oh, that hurts. I didn't know she... You have Kerber?
Yes.
So I lose Wozniacki, and she keeps Kerber. That's tough for me. So she's in the driver's seat, I think, at this point. Come on! Lose, Kerber. Kerber, I like you, but I hope you lose. All right, Osaka, the 18 seed, plays Bouchard, British player tomorrow. I think Osaka wins here.
Yeah, I haven't seen Osaka play, but I'd like to see her play on grass. So hopefully I'll have time to watch the match tomorrow.
Yeah, all right, so we have the U.S. player Kenin, a.k.a. from Russia, born there versus Diachenko, the girl that beat Sharapova, who's another very, very pretty Russian tennis player. These Russian tennis players are really doing well, and they pop up.
That's going to be a good match.
Yeah, I think
I've watched Diachenko play Sharapova, and I know how Kenin plays. Good opportunity for the U.S. player, even though she's Russian, but good opportunity for her to win tomorrow.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Kenin versus Diachenko, 2 very promising tennis players. Barty, the 17 seed, takes on my unseeded player, Bouchard, who's made a Wimbledon final here before. I hope Bouchard wins.
She can actually win that match, Justin.
It's going to be a tough match against Barty.
She can win the match. I think she has a good chance.
28 seed, Kontaveit, who's a strong player. Be careful for her. Plays the U.S. player Brady tomorrow. Good match. I hope Brady wins. Just being a Go USA Tennis, which is subject at this point, less Venus, Serena, and Sloane. But Sloane was subject here, so less Venus, Serena, U.S. Tennis across the board is subject, men's and women's. However, I hope Brady does well, but I think Kontaveit will destroy Brady.
Well, if we go by seeding and we go by papers, Kontaveit should win that match, right? Brady should be no challenge to her.
All right, so we have next Allison Risk, unseeded against Bouchard. We talked about this yesterday. Check out that for our discussion about that match yesterday. It was delayed because of rain. So, Risk, Bouchard, good match. Hopefully Risk wins this.
Same here. I'm rooting for Risk.
She's a good grass player. Mertens, I mentioned this. The 15 seed plays Vickery. She's an unseeded player. I think she's a U.S. player.
Yeah, I've never seen her play in my life.
Never seen her play either. I've seen the name a lot. So she's been around. Good match, but hey, just because Mertens is seeded and Vickery is an unseeded U.S. player, it was worth mentioning. Her favorite, or one of her favorite women players, Kazatkina, plays Putin-Seva, unseeded. I think Kazakhina rolls through, and she has her on her fantasy team.
It looks like my draw is much better than yours.
Her study the past 2 weeks has paid off. I think she may have outstudied me, even though if it wasn't for me picking Dimitrov, I'd be done. I mean, I would be right there with her, but she's inched up. All right, so we have Gavrilova, the number 26 seed, that plays Stosur tomorrow. I talked about Stosur for 2 weeks, and at the last minute, I took my unseeded players, Bouchard. Not that I shouldn't have picked Bouchard, but I should have dumped off Stevens and put Stosur in, regardless of their seeding level, because I talked about her for 2 weeks.
Well, good for Stosur. She actually has a good chance of winning this match. I've never seen Gavrilova play, have you?
Let's go, Stosur. Rooting for you. I think Stosur beat Serena at a U.S. Open.
She did.
Woo! All right, so we have an American player, Townsend, that plays Sasnovich tomorrow, who beat Kvitova. Good match, I guess. I would like to see what happens.
Big toss-up, because usually, you know what happens? When one of those unseeded players beat a big player, usually they crash on the second round. Or the next round. They usually crash.
She's right.
They usually crash. It's like, what?
Yeah,
you just beat somebody that was a top player, and then you didn't play the same way again. It's hard for them to keep that level.
Yeah, kind of like when Lucas Rosol beat Nadal, he loses the next day. The list goes on.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Unseeded player comes in and rakes over a top seed or the number 1 seed, and they get demolished the next round. We'll see what happens. I don't have a choice here.
I'm going for USA. I'm going for Townsend just because she's been trying to make a name for herself.
Good for you. Suarez Navarro is still in at 27 seed, one-handed backhand Spanish girl. She plays another, I think, Spanish girl, Sorribes, I think. Soribes tomorrow. So, hey, good job, Suarez Navarro.
Never seen Sorribes play. I like Carla Suarez Navarro. I've always thought she had a great game. She's different from the Arancha, Conchita Martinez. So, hopefully she'll win tomorrow.
Halep, number 1 seed, takes on Zhang, the Chinese player. Halep is obviously, we know Halep. She just won her first major. Zhang, though, honestly, I hate to say this. I like Zhang, the Chinese player, to win over Halep tomorrow. I like Zhang's chances to beat Halep tomorrow.
I think you're dreaming. I think Halep will get through that match. Seems like her draw is pretty easy so far.
All right, so, hey, the last match, or 2 last ones to mention, Ostapenko faces Flickens, and Mugaruza faces Van Utevank, a Belgian player. I wonder if there's any hidden ties. We're about to run out of time. Fantasy team-wise, I am down Wozniacki, Stevens, and Kvitova, but my final is intact. I still have both women in the final. Carla is down Stevens, Kvitova, and Sharapova, plus one of her finalists that she had is Kvitova, and her winner, Kvitova. So I think that levels us out. We'll talk about men's in a minute. Again, 33 minutes is our time limit. Sorry to rush it at the end.
Is Konta playing tomorrow?
Konta plays, Lord, I'm running out.
Silbakova.
Silbakova, I'm sorry I almost mentioned that.
Konta.
Come on, that's a great match. Silbakova lost her seeding because of the Serena getting a seeding and other drama from a previous video. But hey, great match tomorrow. Check it out. Subscribe below. Click a like below. Always says,
Adios.
Adios.